Hey, what is going on, guys? It's the SMT. We're going to do a T-Mobile home internet update today. In this video, I want to share some more experiences and I guess extended thoughts and impressions on the service. This is probably the middle or the end of month number 2 with the service. I've had it for a while now and it's been pretty crazy. There's been some ups, there's been some downs. I'll share some of my thoughts on that, and I'll also do some speed testing. I want to show you guys how it's performing currently, give you some insight on what it was doing for the last few weeks and how things were in the first month, just to give you a kind of a long-term usage impressions that I have so far. So I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to speed test it while I talk you guys through some of my experiences. All right, so to get things started, this is basically just, I don't know, I'd say we're probably the last week of month number 2 of usage, and things have gotten a lot better. If you've been following the channel and you have been watching my videos and coverage on it, the initial setup was pretty good. I wasn't getting great speed. It was like in the 90 to 110 range, and it fluctuated a little bit depending on the number of devices connected and such, and the uplink wasn't great. It was like between 3 and 8 megabits. That all started to improve after the first week or two as I was using it. All right, so we got 143 megabits per second on the downlink, 14 on the up. We got a ping time of 49 milliseconds, I believe. All right, so that's pretty good. We don't see any packet loss or anything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and run another speed test. Now, what started to happen is after the first month, and there were no slowdowns. There was no disruptions. There were no issues in the first month. I want to say it was probably middle of the first week of month number 2, the speed started to really tank. I mean, I remember there was a stretch of about 3 or 4 days where every time I speed tested the network, I was getting about 28 to 35 megabits per second with no other devices on the network operating. So, normally I've got my TV up here. It's a 4K TV. There's also one downstairs in the lower level. There's a third TV upstairs in one of the bedrooms. There's an iPad, a couple of phones will be connected, a laptop, that sort of thing. Really, with 130, 140 megabits, it shouldn't be much of an issue. But I was having problems, right? The video on like YouTube TV and Hulu was grainy and low res. Was seeing buffering on a couple of applications. It was really, really a pain. All right, ran another test, 142 down and 14 up, and a ping time of 49 milliseconds. So very similar to results of the last test. I'll go ahead and do a third test as well. So that problem persisted for a few weeks. And then at the end, like recently, this last week, which would be the final week of month number 2, I got back to this, right? So the speeds dramatically improved. The capacity returned actually even a little bit better. I'm not really sure what they did that caused the network to actually falter and slow down in my usage. I'm not really sure what happened. I mean, nothing happened, here within my setup. The modem router gateway was in the same place. Nothing had changed with connections. I couldn't notice anything other than just the network access was changing, was starting to fail or whatever. 140 down and 14 and a half on the up there. And we got a ping time of 45 milliseconds. All right, so it restored and things kind of went back to normal. In fact, they even got a little bit better. If you look at that, that's better than what I was getting at the beginning. So I'm happy as of right now. But there's a couple of things that make me pause with this. The first thing is which network access experience is the real one? Do I expect it to stay like this or be similar to like the first month? Or am I going to expect it to continue to kind of go through the roller coaster ride of slowing and then getting faster? And, it's kind of random that those middle 3 weeks of my usage had, such profound drop off in experience, because, that whole first month I used maybe about 850 gigs of data. Maybe it was like 900 or so. And then in the second month, if you're worried about throttle and deprio, I mean, the gigabit counter resets, right? It's not like And they tell you that there is no soft cap for data deprio. There is no throttling or anything like that for anything you do. So I was surprised when I started to see the slowdown. All right, so I thought maybe there was trouble at the tower site, my local home site, or something like that. I couldn't notice anything. When I was connecting my T-Mobile line on my Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus, I was seeing the same thing. I was seeing similar speeds. Wow, this is pretty nice. You guys can see that speed. I don't know what was going on. I don't have answers for it, but I was moments away from going ahead and pre-ordering the Starlink product for the the home internet through satellite. I was on the page. I was filling out all the required fields and signing up, putting in my address and all that. And I was like, what, let me just finish out this month. I'm not even going to request a credit or anything. And then things improved. And they didn't upgrade the site I'm connected to. The site I'm connected to is actually a Sprint site. You can see there 154 down, 14 on the up, and we got a ping time of 49 milliseconds. Yeah, I was like, is the tower having issues? What's going on there? But it lasted for several days. It was like, I think around a week or so. And it was not good. And it just made me want to leave and discontinue the service. But my only other option is Cox Home Internet, and I can't stand them. They are the worst. That is by far the worst experience in any type of telecom home internet option that I've ever seen or had. So I'm going to stick with T-Mobile for now. I'm going to continue to use the product until a better option comes along. I will say that I am expecting AT&T Fiber to begin deployment here pretty soon. I know it's going to be happening this year. Starlink's available to me if I sign up now. I think they said it'll become available by the mid-year or by third quarter or something like that. You can see the speed tests are pretty consistent. 136 by 15, that's pretty good. I'll have options here, this year, but I will not go back to Cox Home Internet. I'm going to ride with T-Mobile unless things get bad. I'm going to try Starlink if that's the case. But my end game is fiber, right? But for now, this will hold up all of our TVs. This will connect all of our, iPads and MacBooks and whatever other computers and stuff. And guests come over and use it, and it seems to be holding up pretty good. So for $50 on autopay, can't really be beat. I've got the gateway on the top level, as high as I can get it without it being in my attic, and without using any type of device to boost the signal. But it's been good outside of that like rough week where just the speeds tanked. They dropped a huge, very unpleasant experience during that time. Dropped in a big way. So just be on the lookout for usage issues. I tell people all the time, you can't beat it for $50 if you've got a recently upgraded T-Mobile home internet. If you got a recently upgraded tower site near you, if it's got the band 71 treatment, N71, and it's got, band 2 and band 66, or, the best case scenario, you live within a mile or so of an N41 site, this is going to be a great option for those that have been following my N41 coverage. It's super fast, it's super great. I'm a big fan of it. It's going to help a lot of people get connected to some really fast internet, and it's going to help this type of usage and use case. People getting huge capacity to their homes for the T-Mobile home internet. If you're coming out of a DSL connection, or if your options have been Viasat or, some other form of local regional DSL provider where you're getting 1, 2, 3 megabits per second, or HughesNet or whatever, this is by far a superior product. It is a better service. It's better priced, and it's better performing. Look into it. I recommend this, especially if you've got a newly upgraded T-Mobile site. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please do share it to your social media platforms, wherever you are, to your friends, to your family. If you think it might help them, please do share it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. We'll see you all in the next video. Peace. Thank you for taking this opportunity to watch the SMT YouTube channel. If you appreciated this video, give it a like and a share to all your favorite social media platforms. Thank you in advance for that. Also, check out some of the links in the description box. We have the SMT Patreon page. We also have the Twitter handle at Sneed Tech. And do check out the audio-only podcast available on all the major podcast platforms. And if you are new and have not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and activate the bell notification icon so you never miss an upload from the SMT. We'll catch you on the next video. Peace.